I went right into doing comedy stuff after law school.
What have you guys found to be like the biggest challenges of doing it on your own, and then what have been like the biggest benefits?
I like all these.
Capitalism.
I was wondering if one of these was going to be like, and you shit yourself.
Yeah.
This one goes right to your head. I feel even better. I feel strong.
Would you
I'm gonna
calm
flip
down?
the table.
You're always doing side quests.
Truly looks like a f***ing postman from a cartoon, just pants all torn up from a f***ing dog.
This podcast is brought to you by Charlie's Coffee Company. Charlie's, the only bag with the cat on the box.
Then the high heels and dirty little socks. Ignore that. Oh, great question. Do you want to go?
Starting out on a good note. All right. Ben and Emil, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having
having us.
It's great to have you. A big fan and love your work. So before we jump in, I'm going to give you guys kind of a rundown. But before I do that, can you give me your kind of relationship with coffee, each of you?
Well, you should go first.
Why? Because you don't have one?
Yeah.
My relationship with coffee is troubled. I feel like it makes me sleepy in the afternoon, and I have bags under my eyes all day when I have coffee, but I love it at the same time, and I still drink it every day. And I'm trying to do that Huberman guy, the doctor who says...
The 90 minutes.
Yeah, you shouldn't have coffee in the first 90 minutes, and I'm like, okay. And so I do my best to avoid it in the first, hour, and then I'll usually have some, and then, yeah. Because I know you're supposed to do that to avoid exactly what I'm talking about, the afternoon crash.
Right.
But, yeah, I like it. I like it all. I like dark roast. I like a red eye. I like a little bit of oat milk.
Okay.
I like it a lot.
So I think this will be interesting for you because these are much lighter roasts. So I'm curious to see what you think of them. And Emil, I know you're not.
I don't drink coffee. I've tried it. Caffeine doesn't usually agree with me. I think this will be a fun test. For years I've been like, I wonder what would happen if I had some coffee. The last time I really drank coffee was I was in Greece for a while, and I was with my family, and it was just like they wanted to show us everything, and they would just hand you a coffee, and I'd be like, okay, whatever, we're in Greece, I'll drink coffee. And then 2 weeks in, just having full-on panic attacks and stuff, and my brother was like, maybe stop drinking coffee. And I stopped, and I was like, oh God, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Caffeine just doesn't agree with me, but I was 20 at that point. I'm curious.
Oh wow, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
I haven't had
Wow.
But I also don't understand moving through life without it. I'm like, why would I get addicted to this thing I don't need? I can just wake up and go. Oh,
Yeah,
people are
that's
gonna
fair.
hate that.
No, they don't.
Coffee drinkers.
Hey.
The amount of dates I've gone on where women, I don't know, coffee comes up and they're like, you don't drink coffee. It's a huge deal.
No, we'll delete the comments.
No,
if they
no,
come
no.
in. We're getting them out.
No,
of
let
here.
them stand. I don't care.
You thrive on the hate.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
I'm worried though. I told Ben I'm worried about shitting myself. Maybe.
we can cut it out.
Yeah. Okay. If I shit myself,
I am too. Brother,
Yeah.
That burrito.
yeah.
But who knows? Maybe I'll get really anxious and shit myself.
If you have to shit, just let us
No,
know.
I'll shit here.
In the
We
pants.
promised an hour.
That's
All
true.
right.
And you can't leave.
And it's a small closed room. It's going to stink. It's going to stink in here.
Okay, so the way that the show works, basically we ripped off Hot Ones. And what we do is there's 6 coffees here, and we kind of go from Ben's side to my side. And the idea is to give you a broad kind of variety of coffees. So what you can do, Ben, if you want to just pop the lid off of that thing and pour yourself a little bit, whatever works.
Yeah,
if it'll,
there we go.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Pour yourself as much. There's no pressure to drink, more than you need to, especially this time of day. So
There we go.
and if you need paper towels too, there's some over there in case you.
I built.
Awesome. Okay, so this first coffee here is from a roaster called Olympia, and they're out of Washington, the capital.
Okay.
Yes. So the way that this kind of works is we'll typically do a set of questions, like a topic for each coffee. So Ben, feel free to like taste it and give us, what is on the bag there, whatever.
I'm gonna do a real. I'm gonna palate cleanse. I'm gonna rinse my mouth real quick.
I wish I could smell the dang bean, man. This is
you can flip it around.
Mhm.
So there's like a little hole there.
Yeah.
That's a valve. So if you squeeze it, you should get some smell out of that.
Oh yeah.
Let me get a rip.
No. Ooh yeah. I've
Every
ruined the bag. I've ruined the bag.
Hey, it's your
every
bag now. So
Every bag has this.
yeah, most of them. It's just like a one-way
Interesting.
valve. So if you're ever in a coffee shop and you want to smell them,
I got a bit of a
Find
one. I got a bit of a
valve.
one-way valve.
Ooh. Interesting. This is the Otilia Anturi Pink Bourbon
yes.
from.
I feel like I'm supposed to have some kind of reaction to it, but
Yeah, it's
I just
okay.
haven't coffee, and it's gonna taste like coffee to me. I think.
No, it's flavors of caramel, waffle, and floral, dude.
Yeah, you're not getting that?
I am actually.
You are? Oh,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, okay, so the
Oh,
thing
it's
is...
also so bad. I
Let's
don't
cut
like.
that.
I like it.
No, just coffee. I don't like coffee.
That's fair. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you biting the bullet.
Yeah. I'll drink
drinking
it.
6 coffees that you're probably not going to enjoy
I'll
that
keep
much.
drinking that garbage.
Um,
No, it's good. It's good. I'm sure the lovely people at Olympia Coffee make a very good cup of Joe. I just can't tell the difference
It
between.
says right here on the bag, dude. They exist to improve the quality of life of their farmers and staff by
Well, that I
providing
like.
quality service to their community.
Then I'll keep drinking it.
Yeah, stop being a hater.
So these are... we'll kind of go, not darker, but more like traditional coffee flavors, like chocolate.
Okay, continue. Chocolatey.
Chocolatey, nutty on this end, and then we'll get to more like fruity and floral on
Oh,
this
can't
end.
wait for fruity.
Yeah.
I think you'll like it. All right, so we'll jump into questions here. First set of questions are kind of around markets, finance, the news. I know that you two have been friends for a while, and I've loved to hear like the story of how you guys got to the point where you landed the original Trillionaire show. I don't think I've ever heard how you guys got the show.
It's
Sure. We were, we knew each other for a while, both like doing comedy things, and we were working on this like weird cartoon online thing during the pandemic. It was such a weird time.
Yeah.
We literally were not allowed to go into the recording studio, so we were doing it at Ben's house, peak summer 2020. Literally not seeing anybody except for Ben. I would go over and we would have to put blankets over ourselves to create a makeshift recording booth for the sound quality, and it's so hot and we can't run the AC because it's loud and it's gonna get picked up on the mics, and because we weren't seeing anyone at that time, we would just have these like long conversations and crack each other up, and we were just a bit crazy from the pandemic, and then we started talking about a show.
Were you doing like voice acting for this cartoon?
Kind of. We were like writing it, and we were the voices of it.
Well, and then crucially, Noel Miller from TMG, at the same time, was pinging me regularly, asking me about what was going on with GameStop.
Oh yeah.
Because it was the height of that, and when Emil would come over and we'd record, before we'd get started, I would just bitch to him about whatever was going on that day in the market, whatever was frustrating me. Maybe I made some money and was like, oh man, this just happened. And yeah, Noel was telling me that they were thinking about turning TMG, their podcast, into a studio, and asked if I'd be interested in doing a finance show, and we had already been basically just doing that.
Yeah.
In my living room, so it was obvious that like, oh yeah, it should be me and Emil doing this thing. So then over the long, just many months then passed, and it came into fruition, and they had to draft up contracts and all that stuff, and then they had us come in and film like it was weird. They had me come in and do a video for this series called Cody and Noel Do.
Yeah.
And it was Cody and Noel do day trading.
Oh,
and
right.
They had me come in and do day trading, like show them how, and it was a big joke, But I think that was kind of their first little hint at seeing like, okay, how well does he do on camera? How well is their audience going to like this guy?
Yeah.
And then that went well enough that then we started talking more and more seriously about the show. And yeah, then they had us come in and do. They had us come in
We
and
did
do
a screen test.
A screen test. That's right.
Oh yeah, so you kind of auditioned for it.
Yeah, and
That's cool.
that went really well. And
That was actually really funny because we they were like, yeah, just come in and do like 15 or 20 minutes, and then we did like an hour and 15,
Mhm.
and we were like, do you guys want us to keep going? Or
Yeah.
they were like,
We
just
stop?
and they were like, we just didn't want to stop you. You guys just kept.
Yeah, and then he famously thought, oh man, because after we recorded the screen test, we didn't hear anything for a month or something, and he kept going, they're not going to do it. They're not going to pick it up. It's just, fuck. And I was like, relax, man. They'll get back. And literally, I think the next day.
I was drinking a lot of coffee at the
Yeah,
time. I was having panic attacks.
The next day, they were like, okay, let's film the pilot episode like next week.
That's sick.
And then we went in and did it. And then I think we ran into the same thing where then
then there was another big gap.
month of
Yeah.
like, we got to release this thing.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then they finally did, and then we were off to the races and have not. I think we have not missed a single week since then, and that was
Yes.
That's impressive.
over 2 years ago.
And we never will. We'll be recording from the afterlife.
Yeah, that's right. When you die of coffee overdose, caffeine overdose.
Do you think I'll die today?
Today's the day.
I don't know, man. This is a lot of coffee.
My heart's already beating really fast, and I feel sick.
You can. Here's what you can do. You can pour the rest of that into here.
That's what we usually do.
And then yeah.
If
you don't finish.
So
the whole thing.
don't feel like you need to drink more. I know that you guys started at like the height of the kind of GameStop pandemic. Like everyone's on the markets and crypto is blowing up. I feel like you guys have kind of seen a big transition, almost a recession. Some people call it a recession. I don't really know. Where do you feel like we're at now?
Well, Kyla Scanlon, friend of the show, friend of your show,
Yeah.
calls it a vibe session where the stock market's just a couple percentage points off the all-time high. But it certainly doesn't feel that way. If you look around and you ask, depending on who you ask, everything's still super expensive. Commercial real estate is in the midst of a big sort of collapse. And, yeah, the vibes are off.
Yeah, there's a lot of. We talked about it actually on an episode with Kyla to break all this down. If you guys want to go check that out, but we talked about there's a lot of the economic indicators are saying that it's a great economy, but when people are polled, the sentiment is like way off. Everyone feels like shit. And yeah, but I think that's I don't know. Both things are true, right? I think people kind of have maybe have found like a new perspective on I don't think they feel these real world like in the real world. People, as Ben was saying, like everything is unaffordable, everything is people are in debt. It's like the credit card debt is going up and hitting record amounts. It's like, so you can point to any kind of stat you want, but like people are still they're entitled to feel the way they do, and I don't know, people can. I don't know. I think Biden's in trouble. I don't know. I think telling people it's a good economy despite the way they feel is not going to do anything for them.
I want to crack the next one. Should we crack the next one?
I think he's actually the leader of the...
sorry.
Well, I don't know if
God,
you know
I'm so stupid.
It's actually, he had us come on to do it, so he's actually going to pick when to do it. He's actually done it before,
Ben,
too.
if you want to break free, get after him, my guy.
I was just about to scream, but I decided not to. Okay.
He's actually going to... He's got it.
No, I got it. It's cool.
Do you have a favorite topic that you guys have covered, or like anything that you guys have covered since doing the show? It's been what, like over a year and a half now?
It's been over 2 years. Just
2
about
years.
2 years since we actually started the show. Because, what's 52 times 2?
No, I'm not doing that.
104?
You're trying to embarrass me on the show.
That's 104 weeks. And I think we're past the 2-year point. Quite well past it a little bit. But let's see. Favorite topic?
I would say no. My favorite thing is just getting kind of lost in the sauce.
That's true. I like doing that too.
Having a ball with the boys, getting really into it. Sorry I keep spiking the camera, but I find it's fun to look into it.
I liked our recent.
Does this get released on YouTube?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I liked our recent.
This is for you, the
I
viewer.
think I'm blocking your face this whole time, Emil. I'm sorry.
Fine.
okay.
What about this one?
Well, that one you're good, yeah.
Great.
But I'm blocking you on that.
I have a feeling we're going to be a lot on this angle.
Yeah. Oh fuck, because I'm mainly looking this way.
Well, that's perfect.
It's okay.
We'll have a little bit of.
Well, now I'll
all
spike
along.
this one, too.
We're learning.
Ben's probably blocking me
No,
over
I'm
here.
not. Look, I'm not.
We have very unofficial.
Oh, no, that's for... Okay, great.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Talk to the camera people.
Sorry. The question was, what's our favorite topic?
My favorite topics have been the recent ones. We've gone. We did a one on Elf Cosmetics and its ties to Nexium cult. The Nexium cult. I really liked that one. I really liked. What was the one with Amazon and Jeff Bezos that we just did?
With Beth Jesus?
No, Jeff Bezos. Not that parody Twitter account, but you
We
know,
just did a Beth Jesus thing.
Yeah, I know, but the one with him with
And
Jeff
it's-
Bezos with the red devil face and
Oh,
the thumb.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah. That was the
Amazon
one we
one.
recorded in New York about Amazon, the lawsuit from the FTC. That was
Right.
a fun
I like
one.
that one too. I like anyone where we do a kind of deep dive on one topic.
Yeah, I thought that was
And there
really
have been
good.
a lot. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really like those.
That was
And-
a good one.
And I like
Good
the
answer,
ones,
Ben.
Thank you. I like the ones where we get silly, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So pretty much every episode is my favorite, actually. So
Does anyone else feel so hot? Is the coffee
you
making
dying?
you guys
Here,
hot?
I
No,
can
I'm
actually
joking. I'm
kill-
joking.
he's gonna be doing that. Don't worry. And once he's on,
I'm too much of a people pleaser. I'll like go get you ice cubes.
no, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. I promise.
It's like getting darker in here, though.
It is dark.
It is dark.
Yeah.
Ben, do you have
Yes.
a favorite penny stock story? I know like the sponge with the soap in it.
Yeah, Sponge Tech. I never traded SPNG. My favorite penny stock story, I mean, it would have to be the very first one that I bought, Skybridge. I can't even remember. Skybridge Group, SKGO. No, actually, my favorite would be OPMG, Options Media Group. And I think I talked about this just over a year ago on one of the episodes. It was a penny stock that was involved with Justin Bieber.
Yes.
It was for an app. They owned this app that was meant to be the solution to texting and driving for teenagers, and it worked by. It's funny because at the time the technology was so prehistoric that
Prehistoric?
I don't fucking know, because it would drain your battery real fast. Because the way it worked is it was constantly pinging the satellite to see if you were moving, and if you were above like 10 miles an hour, it would shut off your phone, but make it impossible to use.
Yeah, okay.
And now you've got just the do not disturb or whatever. But yeah, they signed Justin Bieber as their spokesperson or whatever, and I just remember thinking, Justin Bieber plus this penny stock, he's the hottest thing out there. This is a sure thing. And I just was fucking stupid. I think I was 23, and I just thought that I should have just bought Tesla. Fucking dummy. But yeah, those were the days.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Emil, I know you don't day trade, but do you have any like big wins or big losses in the market? ever?
No. I literally
No.
just put money in index funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
Slow and steady.
I literally think I just read a stat about how Charles Schwab said their best performing customers are the ones who either lost their passwords or died.
No way.
Something like that. So I'm like,
That's insane.
I don't
Wow.
need to play this fucking game.
Do you guys have any plans for like election coverage for how you're gonna do it differently or anything differently?
Oh wow, I hadn't even thought of that.
Because it's coming up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a press pass for Donald Trump's thing, and I'm gonna embed with his whole team. Probably just get really into coffee, go nuts. I like coffee. I like coffee now. I feel good. I feel maybe like I'm gonna vote Republican.
You
this
got
year.
5 more to go, dude.
Good. I'll probably just feel stronger and better with each cup.
I think we'll probably. I don't know. It's going to be annoying because I know we talk about Elon Musk frequently enough that people already get pissed off. So I'm assuming this kind of same thing excuse me, will happen where people are like, oh, enough about the election already.
It is tough. It's already like a clown show. I think it was just the latest Republican
Debate,
and there's just like fucking who gives a shit. It's like Vivek Ramaswamy sound clips and Nikki Haley got dunked on, and you're just like, fucking kill me.
I think we will.
Are we allowed to curse on here?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Can you speak French here? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bitch, fuck,
Let it fly.
Cool.
bitch. But I think that we'll do it, and we'll do it in perfectly.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, we'll do it perfectly.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Bingo. All right, we're going to move on to our next coffee and our next set of topics. This next coffee is...
Whoa, this is a cool ass bag.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
compostable
coconut
too.
lemonade? Sorry, we're fucking stepping all over the
Dude,
host.
get after
studios.
It's called
I don't
Abracadabra.
I love that Steve Miller Band song. Bum,
So-
bum, bum.
Abracadabra Coffee Roasters. They're actually out of Vermont, like pretty close to Woodstock.
Hell yes.
So,
Woodstock, New York.
Yes.
yeah,
Right?
I think so. Yeah.
It must be.
I mean, I don't know. When I looked on the map, it was like the next closest city. They're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Where are you from?
Boise.
Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was a different Boise?
I don't know if there is another.
I'm from
Boise.
Joyzy.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Thank
But
you.
you got to be careful. It's Boise, not
Boise.
Boise.
Oh, wow.
People get
Oh,
all kinds
Pissed?
of
shit.
rallied.
I
Yeah.
apologize to the Idaho community.
It's too late.
Wait,
Fuck.
I need to write something down before I forget. It has nothing to do with any of this. It was just your question about Cam. Okay.
It literally said
Excellent.
kill Emil later.
Jesus, man.
I meant to write Schwab.
So yeah, let me know what you think of this one. This is another Columbia, but should taste quite a bit different.
Way different.
Ew.
Yeah, I know I spit. Sorry. My saliva gland has
Ben's
been doing
had too
that.
much coffee.
He's already
This is
done
what
it.
happens.
I'm not crazy about this one.
That's the whole point. It's like introduce you to all the varieties. You know?
It tastes the same as the
No,
last one.
this one is
Seriously?
very bitter.
Do you really think so?
Yep.
This one is very
I'm
bitter.
shocked. Yeah, it's very different.
Way different.
Yeah.
Nope.
More fruit, like no.
No, I can
fruitiness?
tell. Yeah, there's definitely some fruitiness.
Yeah,
to it.
grape nougat.
This one
Yeah.
goes right to your head. I feel even better. I feel strong.
Would you
I'm gonna
calm
fill the
down?
table.
This bag reminds me of something. I think it reminds me of like Pogs or like trading because it's got the little.
It reminds me of flash tattoos.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm
Big
talking
time.
about? Like I
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm about to get a treat or something like candy in the bag.
Hey, maybe.
Ooh.
Ben's on
You gotta look in
dog mode.
All right. So this next
Dog.
next set of questions is called what I've just labeled boys only.
Oh fuck yes, boys
hell yeah.
only.
Yeah, because it's all the questions that I didn't have a topic for. So
Great.
we're gonna kind of start out with a couple questions for both of you and then alternate. So, all right, so this one's for both of you guys. Do you guys still do the Beach Crew newsletter?
Ooh, we sent one. Also, that was not a Ben thing. That was a me and my dear friend Phil thing.
Oh, Ben
right.
wasn't in on the Beach Crew.
Ben
Well, I
was,
was, but I
Ben came
wasn't
to the
part of
beach
the-
crew, but he was not a captain of the beach crew.
No, okay.
That was a me and my friend Phil thing. We were the captains of this beach crew, and we would send out a newsletter every week, letting people know what beach we were going to, and everyone should come post up.
It was a
hang.
summer thing.
No, it went year round. Basically, we had started turning it into different events. We would have beach crew winter formal. We sent
That was
out
very
one.
fun.
We sent out one somewhat recently. They're more sporadic, but people always get excited. Ben is going so
Yeah, it's
crazy
coffee
on the
cake.
pastries.
Coffee cake?
Yeah, it's
Fuck
really
me.
good coffee
What's
cake
that?
too.
Can you
Chocolate
move your
croissant?
water?
Okay,
here?
relax.
Yeah, it's really good coffee cake.
Can I take a bite of this?
Yeah, but rip it off.
Why?
Because that's what I did.
There's two in there if you want.
Oh,
Your
okay.
own. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You got one of each.
I just
Yeah.
thought I'd rip it off.
Sorry.
Do you guys still climb at all?
I do. I just started getting back into it a little bit.
Nice. What are you climbing these days? Like, what's your
V3,
nice?
as always.
I mean, that's respectable, Ben. I don't think you got to feel bad about that.
Are you climbing?
Yeah.
I started, I don't know, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Let me guess, you're hitting
Um,
sixes.
No, I wish. I did. So I started climbing when I was in Santa Cruz. I just moved here from Santa Cruz, and they have like more top roping there at the gym I'd go to. So we do like, I don't know. I got up to like 512, I think is the rate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
Yeah.
that equivalent.
That's for like
Is that like a 4 or a 5?
no.
It's different because it's
yeah,
way
it's
more
totally different.
endurance.
Mm.
Like
Because you're climbing so much longer.
yeah.
Right.
So it's like not as not as power based, I would say. More like endurance, like more like a marathon than a sprint.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's been fun. I've like
Now I taste it. It's tangy. It's
Yes.
got like a tang to it.
so this
It's
one is
bitter.
has a fermented process to it, so it's got a little some funkiness in there.
Still makes you feel crazy.
So why do they do that?
There's a bunch of different ways. So like coffee is a plant, obviously, but it's like the actual thing that we roast is a seed that's inside of a coffee cherry.
Oh, these are all your coffees.
No, this one is my coffee, and then the rest are just coffee roasters I really like.
Oh, this is your whole company.
Yeah, this is my company.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
You own this whole building.
yeah, no, definitely not. I rent a desk in this building.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically there's a bunch of ways that you get the fruit off of the coffee's bean itself. It's like a seed, but so what they do, there's a bunch of different ways. They'll take the cherries and like let them dry out and then like fully like
cherries.
turn into grapes. Huh. And then
Cherries turning into grapes?
They're called coffee cherries.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. And then there's
I
a
did
bean,
not.
there's a seed inside of it, and the way that they get the bean out of the fruit itself is like the process. And so this is like a fermentation that they ferment with the fruit.
I feel like
So-
I'm in Napa.
So they don't always
Yeah.
use.
It's similar to wine in a lot of ways.
They don't always use the bean or whatever, or
They
the
do.
berry.
No, well,
The fruit.
so a lot of processes is like washed, so they'll basically just like use water to get the cherries off. But that's where you get like the fruitiness from in the coffee itself, is because it's in a cherry.
How'd you get into coffee?
I
Boise?
worked as a barista.
Boise?
Yeah,
Boise.
I worked as a barista in college, and then like slowly got into the specialty side. And then over COVID, I like bought a coffee roaster, and I was like, I'm gonna just teach myself how to do it.
Sick.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been fun. Emil, what are you climbing, like rating wise?
Oh, I haven't been climbing much.
Whatever
as
his
of late.
girlfriend's waist size is. I'm climbing his girlfriend.
Nice.
I was climbing V6s. I don't even understand that.
like having sex, you know.
Yeah, I've been fucking so much that my problem is I've been fucking too much. And I was climbing V6s
Yeah.
and I was feeling real good. I kept hurting myself. I kept hurting my back, and I was already playing a bunch of tennis. And I was like, this just keeps fucking me up. And now I can't play tennis and blah blah. So I've been just playing a lot of tennis.
Yeah.
And it's been sick.
We got more tennis questions coming up.
Oh,
Don't
great,
you worry.
great.
Okay, what makes for a good feet pick?
What makes for a good feet pick?
Yeah.
High heels help.
Are you talking about
Dirty little fuck socks help.
Well, this is part of the Patreon now. I feel
Yeah.
like you got some expertise here.
Good picks on our
Yeah,
part
yeah.
or from a lover?
Yeah, from your part.
Then the high heels
From-
and dirty little fuck socks. Ignore that.
For me, it's a nice. You got to be washed. You got to have your nails clipped, and it's just just POV, man. You're just looking down, bam, click.
P-I-V.
Point of view.
Point in
Oh.
view?
No, not
Wait, what was-
P not P and V. Penis and vagina. PIV. Disgusting.
This coffee is fucked
You,
up.
I like to put them together. And just keep them straight up, straightforward. Boom, click, done.
No nonsense.
No nonsense.
Love it.
A good pant. You got to be wearing good pants.
Panties.
Pants.
Oh, pants.
Because I don't like to show anything above ankle. Because it detracts.
I took
'cause
some
it's
on
like,
film.
ugh.
That helps. That
Yeah,
makes it a little
yeah, you
sexy.
look
There's a
really
certain
Yeah.
a certain
Je ne sais quoi.
je ne sais quoi. I go, oh shit, she's French. What the fuck?
Emil, what made you want to start practicing law?
Oh gosh, great question. It was so long ago, it's hard to even remember. I don't even know if I think I wanted to do comedy a lot, and it's funny. I remember like very clearly having a conversation with close friends and being like, and people being like, I feel like you really want to do comedy, and I was like, that's not really a career though. And I was like, you can't just like do comedy. And it still was something that just like I couldn't get out of my mind, and I was like, it'll be a hobby thing I do, comedy, and it just like it's I don't know, it made me so happy, and I was like, this is what I really want to be doing. And then as I got more and more into the comedy scene, it was like, oh, maybe there are ways you can kind of have a career doing this thing, and yeah, I feel very lucky to have found a.
Yeah, but why'd you get into law?
Doesn't know.
Out of necessity?
It's so long ago at this point. It's like, yeah, as of like, that's a fucking thing people
Might
do.
as well do
like,
it.
there's not. I don't have an answer for you. That's like, I was always moved by Sandra Day O'Connor and fuck Sandra Day O'Connor is what I say. Actually,
Didn't she just die? Didn't she just die?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's dead.
Wait, what area did you practice?
I didn't practice.
You never practiced?
I graduated law school. I was doing comedy, and then I bailed on the bar exam and took it later. And I do some pro bono stuff, but yeah, I went right into doing comedy stuff after law school.
This feels very Nick Miller.
Nick Miller.
Hey, do you ever watch New Girl?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
That's like his whole thing. He's like a bartender, but he like passed the bar. Just
Oh,
to
I
prove
didn't.
it to
I
himself
forgot
he,
that
like, could
he
do
passed
it.
the
Interesting.
bar.
Yeah,
Because
anyway.
he's a nincompoop. He's a dummy.
I think he's great.
No, but like that's his
Oh, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
He's like, I'm Nick Miller. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. That's fair.
But that's a funny character trait.
Right,
that
yeah.
So you're calling me an idiot?
Yeah, that's what he was doing, for sure.
Fuck.
Nick was a bartender, though.
I'm a bartender.
Ben, what made you get into day trading?
Oh boy, it's a long answer, but the short answer is I was interested as a kid, and it just kind of stuck with me, and I wanted to see if I could do it, and I felt like I'm smart enough, I can do this. There's nothing to it. There's a lot more to it, and I'm not that smart, and I like it. And
Nice.
the more I did it, the more I liked it. And the more I felt challenged. And the more I felt challenged, the more I felt like, oh, there's more to learn. And the more there was to learn, it just was a never-ending thing, a feedback loop.
What do you plan on doing when you like quote unquote hit your number?
Oh, I came so close. Stopping. And actually, I'd still do it because I like it. But I'd probably buy a house with a big yard so that I could have lots of animals, and that's it.
Sick.
Yep.
Right on.
And just live my life and learn how to cook.
How close did you come?
$5.
Yeah, $5 away.
Damn, you should just got out, dude.
$5. I was like right there. I wanted to get it perfectly on the dot. I don't know, a couple years away, tops.
Right now?
No, that's when I got the closest a few years ago.
You were a couple years away?
Yeah, at the time I was like, God, if I keep on this trajectory.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Trajectory-wise.
Yeah, trajectory-wise.
Trajectory-wise.
Yeah.
Lost it all on a craft
I can't
table.
hear
Yeah.
anything. Is that happening to you guys?
It's really weird. Like
No,
when
it's
you-
the coffee, I think. I don't know.
No, mine's in my eyes, dude. I feel it in my eyes. I can hear too much.
I feel like this needs to be the next bonus episode you do. It's like you did the high
Getting
episode,
him
now
high
it's
on
coffee.
fucking
We'll do
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emil, do you have any fun stories from your time on the campaign trail?
Oh, I also think there's I was not like a Bernie Sanders staffer. I did a lot of like volunteer work with
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. I mean, going to Las Vegas we went to Las Vegas, but for the Nevada caucus was maybe the most fun. One of the funniest things was I remember they had asked people if like anyone's led canvassing and stuff before, so I said I'd done it, and they were like, great, you can like take people out. And you always warn people about dogs because if you're knocking on people's doors.
Oh, sure.
And I said, don't keep an eye out for dogs. You don't want to just like walk up on a property. Dogs don't like that kind of stuff. And so we dropped everyone off in their little areas where they were going to knock doors and be like, last minute GOTV, we got the caucus tomorrow. And then we went to go pick everyone up, and this one kid just came back. Truly looked like a fucking postman from a cartoon, just pants all torn up from a fucking dog. It was like, holy shit.
Oh.
Was it a big dog?
I didn't see the dog. He was like, if it got me, I just wasn't looking, and he chased me out of the... So that was very fun. And then, I mean, that whole weekend was incredible because then, Bernie ended up winning the caucus, and everyone was just so stoked. And it was very fun. I mean, a lot of like funny little moments. Really beautiful.
Did you ever do it again?
Gosh, I don't know. We all. It's hard to like capture that feeling again. I don't know. There's a lot of disappointment with Bernie right now, and it's hard to imagine another presidential candidate getting that kind of attention and momentum.
Joe Biden, dude.
And then also like knowing the way he got like shanked on, what was it, Bloody Monday, and just being like, the establishment is never going to allow something like that to happen. But yes, if I was moved, but I mean, who's going to make me do that? Marianne Williamson, or I mean, I'd get out there for the good Dr. Cornel West, but he doesn't really have anything. He doesn't really have a campaign or apparatus, and like, I don't know. I'm not going to just. So, sure.
All right.
I'd love to. Let's fucking do it. Let's get a fucking guy out there. Let's do it.
He's got to be a man for sure.
No, let's get a gal out there.
I think that's what he's saying.
Ben,
No.
what is it that you love about radio?
Oh, jeez. What is it that I love about radio? I love that it's daily. It's always on. It forces. Well, there's two perspectives. As a listener, I love that there's always something. You're always up to the minute informed without Twitter. It feels traditional's the wrong word, but it feels timeless, and it feels very cozy to me, and it just feels there's a comfort to it. There's a comfort to listening in my car, which is where I pretty much always listen to it, and it just, I don't know, it always entertains me.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great answer, Ben.
Thank you.
I heard it. I loved it.
Thank you.
Emil, what do you love about Kurt Vonnegut?
Oh boy. One of the funniest. I love his prose is so fun. I've read every Kurt Vonnegut novel and a bunch of his short stories collection, so there were some stinkers in there. But even with a stinker, it's like you still get to like slip into that Kurt Vonnegut prose and be like, oh my God, he's doing it, and he's so funny and warm and like aware. He's like aware of the big cosmic joke and everything, and so it's just beautiful. You're like, yes, I'll read a shitty book by this guy. It's incredible.
Ben, in one of the comments on one of your videos, I heard the best description of kind of your like the traditional Ben story, which is that you're always doing side quests. And I wonder if you have any current side quests you'd like to share.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, this could constitute a side quest. No, none are on my docket or radar right now. Yeah, I've got none. I've got no current side quests, which means that I'm overdue.
All right.
And that I need one. So it looks like some drugs are in my future, I guess.
Can't wait to see what's
some
next.
kind of interaction. Fuck.
Emil, what makes for a good book club book?
Ooh, you know when you like feel it, it's like some books just draw you in, and that's the problem is it's all very person specific, and it's like even I just recommended a book to someone and I was like sure he was gonna love it, and it's literally a book I love. As soon as I started reading, I could not put it down, and I was like, I can't wait for you to read this. And he just texted me. He's like, I'm like 50 pages. I hate this. And I was like, that's psycho. So I don't know. I mean, but that's all you can do. If it connects for you, you want more people to read it. So if it gives me that like that thing where I literally am doing other things and I'm like, I wish I was just reading that fucking book. That's it.
Yeah. It's got the hook in you.
Yeah.
I love it. Ben, what separates a good playlist from a great playlist?
I mean, I'm not a playlist guy per se, but
I feel like you are. I don't know. You've been making some good ones.
I wouldn't identify as such because I just throw shit on there. I'm just like, okay, what I'm listening to this month, I'm putting it in there, what I like, what's come on my Discover Weekly, what I've forgotten about that I used to listen to years ago. Just whatever. There is no rhyme or reason.
Answer the question.
There's no rhyme or reason.
No,
there's
answer
no
it.
Dodging.
There is no theme. I never go for anything like that. I'm just
What? You gotta have a theme.
was
It's all
gonna say,
about theme.
I don't
You gotta
do
convey
that.
a message.
Nope, not me.
Oof.
All right,
I'm just
Emil,
putting it together.
What separates a good playlist from a great playlist?
A cohesive message.
Hmm.
That's what it's all about.
Not for me. It's just vibes.
But even the vibe can be the message. You gotta
Sure.
You gotta.
Mine's chaos, man. Just like life, just the universe. It's all.
No.
You're throwing like R&B next to
No, you can't do that.
classical music. Like, what's happening?
No, not even. Just
You would
I
though,
don't know.
wouldn't you?
This last one, I had a few oldies. I had some pop songs. I had some Pixies on there. And I thought maybe I should arrange these in a certain order, but then I thought, fuck that. I'm just going to put it out there.
You're not even doing an order?
Wild.
Absolutely nuts.
It still works.
It's unhinged
Fuck,
behavior.
dude.
Crazy.
Give me a break.
What if you were gonna make it for a lover?
Then that would be different, obviously. Then I'd be a little more cautious.
You ever made a playlist for a lover?
Of course.
You ever made a playlist for a lover?
Always.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always. I like that.
Yeah.
This guy fucks.
Horny.
This guy's so horny.
Bricked up over here. How's tennis going?
Tennis is going great. I had to take like 6 months off. I tore my meniscus. Didn't know what the deal was. It was brutal. Worst 6 months of my life. I even went to Ireland and Mallorca with a bunch of friends, and everyone was playing tennis, and I just had to fucking sit there. But it's great. I'm back, baby. I was just in New York for a wedding. I went and played at the Billie Jean King Tennis Center, right at where they play the U.S. Open. Incredible.
Love
Tennis
it.
it's great. That's the thing. I was climbing a bunch, and I was playing like a little bit of tennis, and then I was like, this is so great. I get either, I play with a person one-on-one, or if we do doubles, like there's 3 friends who come, and I'm like, I used to just go to the gym and climb alone.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'm setting up. I see friends that I normally wouldn't see a lot more and stuff. It's incredible. It's so fun. It's competitive. Climbing, I'm just competing with myself, which can be good. Tennis, you get to destroy your friend, make him feel weak, small. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Did you watch Point Break?
I did watch it, yeah.
Yeah. I just started watching it.
I like the first half better than the back half, but it's great. I love seeing just how dumb professional athletes are. God bless these beautiful idiots. Some of them are so hot. Love that.
Yeah. Do you find that it's the one thing that surprised me about that show is them talking about how much of a mental game it is, which I guess makes sense, but it's not something I would have thought.
Oh, well, yeah. So
Hugely mental.
I don't
I
know.
know. It
you
just
should,
never occurred to me.
if you're interested you should read Andre Agassi's book. It's called Open. It's incredible. Like tennis for me is like this fun thing I do with friends, but for them it's so intense and psycho. His whole thing throughout the book is like, I hate tennis. I just like, there's nothing else I could do. And to be on that level, literally your parent has to put you on the court at like 5 years old. His dad built this like insane ball machine and would just make him practice and practice and practice to the point where there's like, I don't even want to blow it, but like he would be like 10 and just destroying like adults and or maybe even younger, like, but then it becomes your life, and it is this extremely lonely thing where he talks about a lot of professional sports that people like are these team sports. So even at your lowest, you feel this like camaraderie, and you're like, great, we lost the big fucking game, but I'm with my friends, and whatever we feel this. He's like, you're just alone, and like the only person with you on the court is so far from you can't even hear them. And he's like, for a while you weren't allowed to talk to coaches and stuff, so you're just playing these intense hours-long matches where you're just like spiraling, and like the crowd would turn on you and all this stuff, and it's just like, yeah, you're traveling the world. It's just a incredibly lonely sport for a lot of them.
Yeah, that's like sounds like torture.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like
crazy.
an extremely brutal lifestyle. It's funny too. I like a lot of friends are getting back into it, and they like stopped after high school, and I'm like, I would have just kept playing. I don't understand. And they're like, it's such an intense, it just stopped being fun. It's like this thing, and like even juniors and stuff, it's like people are very vicious to each other. There's no refs in those games. Even I think college games don't have refs. I think people are calling their own balls. So people will just lie. They'll just flat out be like, it was out when it wasn't. Yeah, and it can just breed this, like, it's very intense.
Yeah,
Everyone
that's
should
wild.
read Open, though. It's an incredible, just an incredible tennis book.
Love it.
And one of the best sports autobiographies ever, probably.
Nice. Ben, any updates on your pilot's license?
Oh, zilch, none. Nothing.
Do you still plan on doing it at some point?
Eventually.
Yeah.
It's just so expensive and time consuming
Yeah.
that I'm like, one day.
Go to Idaho. It's a big day. I
Yeah?
have like a bunch of friends who have their pilot's license.
Interesting.
Boise
Okay.
boy.
Boise.
Yeah. Check
Man,
it
this
out.
whole time I thought it was Boise.
Me
I
too.
know. It's a big thing. It's like they sell shirts now with it. It's like BOYSEE.
Mm.
Yeah,
Can I ask a question?
for sure.
Is there a da bomb type?
No.
Okay.
No. I wish. There's like, I don't really know of any coffees that would make you have that reaction.
Yeah,
so
sure.
maybe
I'm
if
already
we
having
put-
it.
Maybe I'll just put hot sauce in the coffee.
There you go.
That is a good idea.
I was wondering if one of these was going to be like, and you just shit yourself.
We do the slow motion.
How you afraid to drop a dime when you already dropped a dime? Got a wife at home, but you steady on my line. Talking about shorty, you remember when I grind slow? Did I really
So
blow
we can
your
move
mind,
on
though?
to our next coffee. This is from a roaster very close by. Not to dox us, but this is called Good People is the roaster. We had a bit of a. I tried to bring in a New Jersey roaster.
Oh,
for you.
come on.
Come
Who
on.
was it? Like Roost or something like
It
that?
started with
Or-
a P. I can't remember.
I don't
But
know.
they didn't get it in time, so I like paid for faster shipping, and they still didn't make it. But that's all right. I'll send it to you guys when it comes in.
Ooh,
So,
whoa,
yeah.
this is a light roast.
Yes. So this is a El Salvador. So yeah, let me know what you think. It's that one's like a little funky. They it's like non-traditional in the way that they
okay, yeah,
package.
this one's
so.
here.
Yeah,
this
and
is
it
the new
also
one.
doesn't smell that strongly.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I'm smelling the mic. Yeah, it doesn't.
Here you go.
Yeah, it is very.
Let me get a whiff of
Yeah,
that.
get in there. Get your nose in there.
Also, this does not pour well.
No, and I usually take the tops fully off.
I'll tell you what.
honestly.
I do really like the way coffee smells.
Like cigarettes, man. Cigarettes smell so good before you ignite
Yeah,
them.
you toss that over here.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. No worries.
And like the color, maybe not that color, but like when it's got a tiny bit of milk, that like just milky brown, it looks delicious. And then I take a sip and I go, oh,
I hate this.
I don't like the way it tastes.
Yeah.
And it makes me
Ooh, this is
feel
incredibly bitter.
bad. You
That
think
one's
so?
very bitter,
Yeah.
chocolatey. I think.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to tell the difference.
This one's very bitter.
This one you can't tell the difference from the last one,
I guess a little bit.
but it's like very much the kind of.
I think this one's better than that one.
Oh, you like this one more?
Because I taste it less, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you change up the coffees every time?
Yeah, for the most part. If there's a bunch of guests back to back, I'll just do like, a whole bunch of the same ones. But yeah, typically I try to, because it's fun to like showcase new roasters, especially like if they're smaller. It's like, I don't know, it's fun to check them out.
Mm.
So. This next set of questions, we're gonna try to do rapid fire.
Got
so
it.
there's a bunch of them. We'll just go.
Just yes or
off the
no
dome.
answers.
Yeah, only yes or no. Are you guys gonna move to El Salvador now?
Yes.
Amazing. Well, this
Wait,
is
El
from
Salvador.
One answer.
Wait, wasn't it El Salvador? No, wait, where was it?
Oh, in the most recent episode?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, yes, it was.
Yeah,
thought it
no,
was.
I'm saying no to his question. I'm not
Oh,
moving to El
but
Salvador.
yes, I will.
He will,
Emil's
I
gone.
won't.
Okay,
I want to marry
perfect.
that woman.
Breast milk lady?
Yes.
You got to fight her husband.
I'll kill him.
The odds.
He's dead. I'm so jacked up on coffee, I'll fucking kill him.
How'd you guys meet Dylan?
Yes.
I met him through Vine.
You fine?
Yeah, I
Okay.
met him through Vine years and years ago.
East Coast or West Coast?
What, East
East
Coast?
Coast.
Oh, both of you.
He's from the West Coast.
That's
Traitor.
surprising.
I like the East
Nice.
Coast.
Traitor.
How was the Good Work Conference for Innovation and Business Gradership?
Fantastic.
Oh, so fun.
How do you guys know Dan Toomey?
Internet.
Yeah, online
Twitter.
pals.
Nice. Did you guys meet him before you went over there?
Yes. Yeah, we'd met him.
Oh, yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah.
Nice. Emil, how's your knee doing?
Great. It feels good. Got to check up actually next week, the 14th. Let's hope it's good. I have to sneeze. This coffee's fucking me up.
Bless you. Ben, do you think Kia Boys is going to make the next GTA 6 trailer?
That's a great question. I think that they will have something similar to Kia Boys if it continues being a thing, which it appears to be.
Yeah.
it could very well make it. Nah, they might not put it in the game because then that would be seen as encouraging that kind of behavior.
I don't know. Rockstar's unhinged.
I mean,
They'd do whatever.
That's true.
You're literally killing cops. I don't think they're worried about encouraging
That's
behavior.
true.
Did you see
That's
the
true. Good point.
trailer next to like all of the real life things that they were doing?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
so sick.
that was intentional. Obviously, like they were ready, obviously, to dump all that.
Yeah.
To make it, part of the viral marketing, I think.
Yeah, super cool. Emil, what got you into stand-up?
Ooh, just always loved comedy. Like, I don't know. It's a very funny, like, even as a kid, it was not only being funny, I think I like being around funny people. All of my friends, like, from growing up, and now it's just, like, the through line is that they're all funny. It's just, like, yeah, even if it's not me making people laugh, I like just being around. I like laughing. It's the best thing in the world. So I was just like, damn, you can fucking do that? That's incredible.
Nice. Who's your biggest inspiration for stand-up?
When I first started hearing Mark Maron, like when I was much younger, like maybe 19 or whatever, I thought he was very funny, and like I liked that he was just kind of talking about his life and making it funny, and it wasn't very like traditionally observational. So that was the first time I was like, oh wow, you can just kind of make it about you and do a very like specific thing, and I think he's good at doing that kind of I don't know, his own kind of like
Self-deprecating.
yeah, but like and the like fucked upness of it. And then also, like one of my favorite working comedians is definitely Rory Scovel, and I think he's just he's like inspirational in the sense that like, and he's completely different than anyone else, and he does things that are just like, holy shit, where does he get the balls to do that? Like he does fully improvised sets, which is just like,
Yeah, that's wild.
yeah. And I've seen a couple of them, and your jaw's just kind of on the floor. You're like, I cannot believe he came out on stage with nothing and just like weaved this insane hour of whatever. And oftentimes it's like messy, but it's incredibly fun and exciting.
That's awesome. Ben, have you done ketamine treatments lately?
No, I haven't done one for many months, which means that I'm due for one. I should go back. Maybe early next year.
Would you recommend it?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Well, for treatment-resistant depression, sure.
Yeah.
But
Treatment-resistant depression.
you wouldn't be able to go if you didn't have like a sign-off from a doctor.
Gotcha.
My
So-
God, this depression's treatment-resistant.
Yeah. My God, Johnson.
Bring out the ketamine. Emil, do you have a highlight from the backyard comedy shows you used to do?
Oh boy, yes. Honestly, the most fun thing was it would end and we would clear the shit. We had this big fucking garage that it would kind of. We had the stage in the garage, and then there were seats fanning out, and then it would be standing room only after that. And the most fun part of every show was honestly when it ended, we would clear the seats away, and then the garage would turn into like an insane dance party, and it's just so fun having a like weird nightclub in your backyard. And I remember I think one time we got a noise complaint, and because we would leave the garage door open, and then someone came by and told us to turn it down. I was like, I guess we gotta like stop. It was like 2 a.m, and then someone was like, I don't know, and they just hit the garage door button. The garage came down, and then we just like danced for 2 more hours, and so it was just so fun. Yeah.
Sick. Ben, how did you land the role of Danny Zuko in the 21st of September video?
Demi and I also met on Vine, and Demi and I also lived together for 2 years, I think, 2 years. And yeah, he hit me up. I think someone else was supposed to do it. I can't remember who. Someone was supposed to be Danny Zuko, and he hit me up, and I went and did it.
Nice. Emil, you've been shooting film?
Yeah, it's very funny because I took Ben's. What are those very popular cameras? The Olympus. The Mu whatever.
Muju 2, whatever it is. Yeah.
And I was just like shooting a couple rolls on it, and then I was like, oh, I want to get one of these. He was like, just so you know, they're very expensive now because everyone wants one, and a friend actually recommended. I got this old Chinon Auto 3001 for maybe like $75. It's this like old Japanese camera. It's great. And I've been having so much fun with it. And then I took it on a trip, and my friend was like, oh my God, I want to get one of these. And I was like, dude, they're like $75, $80 just. And then he looked it up. Apparently, people must be telling people to get that now instead of or if you don't want to pay the whatever $600 for a meal. And we looked it up. They were like $450 to $500, and I was like, oh my god,
Jesus,
these are so overpriced. They're just like so. Yeah, but yes, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's great.
Do you have a favorite film stock?
No, I took some like. It's all pretty because I just like taking pictures of my friends. It's just like yes, I was on a long trip this summer and I took about like I don't know 5 rolls with me, and 2 of the legs were weddings and stuff. So it was great. I dropped off like 5 rolls and just like put together a big iCloud link and sent it to all my and everyone's like, oh my god, these are so fun. So it's just like I was just using some like Fuji 400 whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not like a film head or anything. It's very fun. Getting sweet little pics of your friends.
Yeah, totally.
Portra 400.
That's yours? Wait, do you shoot too?
Yeah, I did. I just kind of fell off.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We had a film photographer on the show in one of the episodes. He's Caleb Knieven. He does like a bunch of stuff on YouTube. He's really cool.
Is his grandfather evil Knieven?
Nice.
Pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Oh god, I lost my spot. Ben, are you ever gonna make a Why I Left BuzzFeed video?
No, but maybe we do a. No. No.
he
I was
wanted
going to
to
do a
tease
Why I Left BuzzFeed video as a joke, but then too much time passed.
Hey, it's always relevant.
I could do it now. But then nobody would get it because it's like, you worked at BuzzFeed? Most people don't know that.
Hey,
Yeah.
No, you can always tell them.
Yeah, it's true. I worked at BuzzFeed, and I was going to. The big joke was going to be that I was horribly, horribly abused and mistreated and bullied.
Oh god, yeah, that's not gonna go over.
Yeah, no.
Fucking.
Yeah.
That's you can always count on people for misinterpreting your dumb joke.
It happens constantly.
It's just like.
Yeah.
I mean, we do it on the show all the time. Where there's always like, it's not a large majority, but there's like always a commenter being like, "I can't believe they," and it's like, well, that was so clearly a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get us started
Yeah.
on that. Holy shit.
Emil, I know you get the small-mouthed Nalgene. Tell me about that. That's so rare. I never see these.
I'll tell. So I'm what people call a gross person, and I didn't have a water bottle. So at the climbing gym, they would have a lost and found bin, and there was one of these in the lost and found. I said, that's perfect. I'll just go home, wash it a little bit, and then just started using it. That was my water bottle for a long time. Took it everywhere I went, and then the TSA took it on a trip to Mexico City. And I was just like, I love that water bottle, so I went and got the exact same one.
Nice.
It's great. I mean, also, have you ever tried walking with one of those wide mouth things? You got to stop and take a sip. This thing, just suck it down, whatever you're doing.
They have like little inserts now that you can put in them.
Why get an insert when you can just
Like
get
a
a
straw?
nice small
No,
mouth?
it's like a little. It like goes inside of the mouth of it, so it's like a smaller opening.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's better option. Ben, are you ever gonna bring back the skullet?
Never. Never again.
Never say never.
Unless I got like some horrible disease where I had to shave my head anyway. And
I
then
got
would
bad
do
news
it
for you.
like, am I sick?
Mm-hmm.
Don't
the
tell me
only
that.
the only prescription.
Is a shitty haircut?
Yeah.
Emil,
Yes.
I've never done psychedelics. What should I start with?
Ooh, that's a great question. I would do a little bit of
Shrooms.
acid,
Really?
honestly. Not like a heavy dose, but like
Yeah, it's
Half.
a good. Yeah.
quarter tab.
Mm.
Okay.
Start to feel it a little bit, because that one is much more, the like wave thing makes it much more manageable, where sometimes when mushrooms turn on you, you're just like, okay, I'm fucking in this. Yeah.
I've lost my mind. I've lost my mind. I've lost my sanity, and I'm
that's so
fucked
scary.
for
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Ben, how's Trader Treehouse going?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Right
I
on.
like it. There's a fun little group we got in there, and talk to them every day and do a little trading.
Love it. Emil, if I got arrested, would you be my lawyer?
Sure, you're going to jail, pal.
Amazing.
Oh shit, dog! Look at my lawyer. I'm going to jail.
Ben, thanks for looking out for the audio listener always.
Oh, I have to. Audio first, man. Well, now video first, but when the audio, I always got to think. I think you got to think about the other half.
I wish you could
the
see
other
it.
half. I wish they could see it,
Yeah.
or
All right.
explaining things to them.
So we're gonna move on to our next coffee. This is a LA roaster. Go get 'em, Tiger. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, are you kidding me? Come on.
You like them?
I'm a
Well,
guy,
he doesn't because he doesn't drink coffee.
I know.
I'm a
but
guy
there's
in
a
LA
big
who's
reaction there.
been on many dates at Go Get 'Em Tiger.
Anaerobic
Alright.
honey.
Yes, this is a Honduras coffee.
Ooh, wow. You
I didn't know
can
they made
really
their
smell
own
the honey.
coffee.
Yeah, they roast.
Maybe this will be my one. I love honey.
Ooh.
Good Greek.
It's
Good,
definitely
good Greek boy loves his honey.
I think you'll definitely taste a different. There's like this one has some
Is this
body
it?
to it.
Yeah, it's that one.
Okay.
I can't twist this guy back on.
Oh, it's not a twist. It's just a. They kind of don't sit super
Great.
well on there.
Okay,
they're
good.
They're cheap.
Good to know it's not me.
So this next next coffee, what we're gonna do is I have a little game for us. So I know that you guys have been potentially shopping some new show names.
Mhm.
So I have a few for you that we can run through, and you tell me what you thought.
Great.
Before we do, thoughts on the coffee?
Oh, let me get a.
Yeah, get in there.
Smooth. Very smooth. Not so bitter.
Yeah.
That's smooth as hell.
I don't taste it that much.
That's the thing. It's smooth.
Okay, great. It's
These
smooth.
two
I
were
like that
very-
it's smooth.
These were very bitter. This is the smoothest we've had so far. I could drink black, no problem.
Oh, so you
Amazing.
like when it doesn't taste like that much?
I like when it doesn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I liked these, but I prefer it to not be so bitter.
These other two are a little more like kind of tea-like. So
Yeah.
I think,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
tea guy.
Yeah. Well,
So-
okay, so I have to confess, I did buy you a bunch of tea, but it didn't get in, so
Oh,
I'll send it to you
great.
afterwards. 'Cause
Love tea.
Basically, all of these coffees I'll send home with you, but I know you don't drink coffee, so
Perfect.
try to send you home with them. Okay, so I know you guys are trying to branch out from kind of just finance and cover kind of more broadly news and whatever else, yeah?
Sort of. It's more we've realized that the name and carrying around the we're a finance show kind of thing is immediately a turnoff for some people because
Yeah.
when they hear finance, or in some cases when they hear pay pigs, they're like, what the fuck is that? Or I'm not into finance. And that's been to our detriment. So we're hoping to do roughly pretty much the same content, but under a different name that is more inviting and doesn't elicit any kind of immediate reaction
Okay.
like pay pigs.
Yeah,
So,
we want to be more like when people ask what the show is, we go, it's a comedy show.
yes.
And we talk about some finance stuff sometimes.
Or
And
like
I think
just-
people forget that, like, it's weird sometimes people are, like, nervous to have us on their show because they're like, I don't know anything about finance. And we're like, oh, but we're just, like, comedy guys, too. We'll just come fucking joke.
Yeah, we're trying to shake off the part where people just assume it's finance.
Okay, well then I think you might like this show
Perfect.
name.
Hit us.
It's called A Week in Review, Pee Pee Poo Poo.
Oh,
You
interesting. You had me at a week in review.
Okay.
And then you really had me with pee pee poo poo.
Is there a colon in there? A week in review, colon, pee pee poo poo?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just spelled COLON for poo poo.
Oh, a week in review, pee pee, colon?
Yeah, but we
Oh,
actually
I
spell
get
out
it.
colon.
Yeah.
It took me a
Okay.
second.
Yeah,
well,
that's all right.
I get it. It's a little hard to
You
get
haven't
that
had your
one.
coffee yet.
So I think we could also try out a different one, which is the poachers,
The poachers.
because they kill the apes.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not loving either of those.
But
okay.
it might sound like we are a podcast about killing endangered species.
Yeah. Which I'm all
Which
for.
we might do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we endorse that.
We might pivot to
perfect.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah. We like that one. We're taking that one.
Yeah, we're taking that.
So if that's maybe a little too racy for you guys, you don't want to endorse that. How about Bad Money with Ben and Emil, which is both a play on Mad Money, but also you would get some SEO from people mistyping Bad Bunny.
Let's just call it Bad Bunny.
Ooh. Oh, so you would spell money M-U-N-N-Y?
Yeah.
Sure.
Bad money.
Bad money.
Bad Money.
People are gonna think it's a Bad Bunny.
We could also
podcast.
just call it the official Bad Bunny podcast.
Yeah, that would help. No,
That actually would be really funny to call it
The
just
official Bad Bunny
The official blank.
it would be very funny until his team of lawyers make us shut down and come.
We could call it
come-
whatever we want.
Come seize our equipment and everything.
You're already lawyered up, though.
Yeah.
We are
I'll
the
see you
official
in-
Bad Bunny. Like, there's nobody known as the official Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Okay.
We are the official Bad
All
Bunny.
right. I'm with you.
Okay. Well, that one may be a little bit too hairy on the legal front. So how about Too Big to Bail?
Too big to bail.
I
Too
think
big.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too big to bail.
Yeah. Too
Like
big to bail out.
BALE. Like hay.
Yeah. It's a hay
And it's a
podcast.
farm podcast. And we're like pissed about our workload.
Too big to bail.
All right. Think on that one. How
Too
about
big Joel McHale. It's a really Fuck.
No,
I had
he's
too
already
much
got that,
coffee.
dude.
I had too much
It doesn't.
coffee.
You know, we're
I
trying
feel
to squeeze
sick.
that one in. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
How about capitalism? Get me out of this godforsaken hellhole.
Oh, I like that one. I like all these.
Capitalism. It's a little long, but capitalism
Capitalism's
is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Capitalism.
This is a little too long. How about more money, mo podcast?
As a 1990s hip hop fan, I like that one.
Mo Money, Mo Podcast is pretty funny.
Okay, dollars and senseless.
Dollars and senseless.
You can't make money if you don't have sense.
I give it a hand wiggle.
Okay. How about this one? Tremendous member group, and you can just abbreviate it. I don't know. TMG.
TMG.
Oh, interesting. I like
Tremendous
that
member group.
because we have big.
No, because our members are huge. They're all over 6'5" and like.
Oh,
two-
right.
220.
Well, and that thing
My
do be
favorite joke to
swinging.
make.
That thing
do
be
be
swinging.
swinging.
Yeah.
To answer
Wait,
all
is that
the-
is that a name? That thing do be swinging?
That's another one.
That's
that could
another
be
one.
a name.
Yeah, that thing do be swinging.
How about the Doughboys?
The Doughboys.
Yeah, that
There-
one's
that
gonna
one
be tough.
exists.
Okay.
It exists.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it does. All right, scratch.
Oh
that.
wait, I thought that was the joke. There's a very popular podcast, The Doughboys.
No, I actually didn't know that.
Oh, okay. There's a very
But they're
popular.
like it's a
Yeah,
food.
yeah,
It's a food
yeah.
show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they
we
take-
can
so.
spell it differently.
True.
Hmm.
DOE. We talk about baby deer.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Poor boys.
Okay. And then last one is Eat the Rich, no, seriously, we're cannibals, and this is a cannibal podcast.
I like that one.
Eat the Rich is not a bad name.
No, it's too like the
It's too-
AOC's fucking dress at the
Oh
Met
yeah,
Gala.
yeah.
Boo.
Oh, I forgot she wore that.
It's too,
the
like,
official
fucking- Boo.
the official AOC podcast.
Yeah, Eat the Rich, the official AOC's dress podcast. We're still talking about the dress.
Well, anyway, lots to think about. So,
lot
you
to
know,
think
let me
about.
know.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take capitalism.
Okay.
We'll take the poachers. We'll take all of them. Those are ours.
Excellent. I love it. Well, we can move on to our next coffee if you guys are ready.
It's yours.
Okay, this is my coffee. I poured.
Wait,
way
I thought
too
it was
much.
right there.
Yeah. I poured way too much of this one, so I gotta dump it back in there. But you guys,
I'm going to dump too because I'm getting
Yeah.
ganked over here.
Have you shit your pants yet?
Yes.
Kenya Maranga. Yeah, you don't smell it?
I thought I smelled something. I
Yeah.
didn't want to be rude.
That's
Ooh,
my
wow,
underwear full
you
of
just
shit.
roasted this.
Yeah.
When?
December 4th. 2 days ago. Wait,
Just-
4 days ago.
I don't drink coffee.
Sorry, that's why we've got paper towels.
Kenya Maranga Gungo. Here
Sorry,
you go,
I'm
buddy.
so
Here
sorry.
We got lemonade, blackberry, black currant. So did you roast it with all of this in there?
No.
Is that what this?
So those are actually tasting notes. So basically, they're
How
really
do you,
meant to.
How do you get that? Where do
So-
you glean
Oh
that?
my
Okay,
God,
yeah,
Ben.
Good question. Because when I first started roasting coffee, I thought the same thing. How the hell do they come up with these things? And when you buy green coffee, they'll roast it on site and then cup it and
Did you say
taste it.
green coffee?
Yeah.
That's what color it is.
Yeah, it's like a seed. It looks more green than
Oh.
brown. That's what it's called when it's unroasted. So when you buy green coffee, it has some tasting notes on there to give a sense of what you should expect. So truthfully, I just kind of steal the ones that I like and then throw out the ones I don't.
Now this one I like. This one
Where is it?
is one hell of
which
a.
one.
Yeah, where is it? Right here?
I think it's this one.
I'll smell it. I might be able to tell.
Ooh, that'll be impressive.
I think it's this one.
Yeah, I think so too, because it's the spilled one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
This is the good one.
Yeah, we'll just take the lid off.
This
of
is the one we like.
I think that's the right one. I'm gonna laugh if it's not.
I'll be able to tell because
Yeah,
I remember.
I
What
was
that
gonna
one
say you
tastes
should
like.
be able to.
I think this might be that one.
Is
No.
it?
It tastes.
It should taste quite a bit different.
Oh.
Either that or Emil's just gassing me up.
No, if I was a coffee drinker, this
Yeah.
is the one I would buy.
Wait.
Yeah, I think they were mixed up.
They're both really good. I think this is yours.
Yeah. I
'Cause
was
this
gonna
one
say
is
this
a
is
lot-
definitely the new one.
Because that's
Great.
warmer too.
Yeah.
Ah, that's what it was. Mmm.
All right. So the next set of questions I've just titled Springsteen and Planes. So
Fuck yes.
So
That's a good fucking podcast title.
you can steal that one too. So for Emil, I have a bunch of questions about obviously Springsteen, and for Ben, a bunch of questions about obviously Planes.
Oh, dude.
So, Ben, excuse me, we'll start with Emil.
Oh, great.
I was going back. This isn't actually a question, but I just thought I'd let you know. I was going back and doing a bunch of research before this, and I watched a bunch of old like Springsteen interviews.
Oh, great.
And I have to say, you've got some Springsteen energy.
Oh, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
100%. Like, I was watching, I was like, these guys could be related.
We grew up like a town over, like, so it's very much like.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like, yeah. It's
Is
like,
that where the love comes from?
No, I mean, I think I always get a little prickly when people are like, "Oh, you like Springsteen because you're from New Jersey," and it's also like he's fucking incredibly huge in like he sells out arenas in like the south of France and like fucking Amsterdam and Milan. You know, he's a worldwide.
He's Mr. Worldwide.
I mean, so it's a very like he's one of the most popular recording artists. It's very weird when people are like, "Oh, only people from New Jersey like him." No, it's just the whole thing. I mean, just the longing and the fucking the way he deals with disappointment and fucking God, like getting older and all this shit. It's just fucking beautiful. It's such a they're beautiful messages. Yeah, and it rocks. The music's fucking sick. So
he's the boss.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable.
One thing I noticed that I think is really funny is like people will yell Bruce, but like when you're listening to a recording of it, it kind of sounds like people are booing him.
Oh yeah, my favorite story about that is so the one of his most famous live recordings is the No Nukes concert, which was not his concert. He was billed on it, and but there was a bunch of musicians on it, Jackson Browne, all these fucking people, and Tom Petty, who was a much smaller artist than Bruce at that time, had to go on before Bruce Springsteen. I forget who it was. It was some like big producer or whatever. He said, "Remember, Tom, when you go out there, they're not booing, they're saying Bruce." And Tom Petty just says, "Is that any better?" Like he's trying to play his set and everyone's going, "Bruce!"
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Poor little Tom Petty.
What's your favorite Springsteen album?
Oh, I mean, Darkness on the Edge of Town is like definitely his magnum opus. It's like just start to finish so good. But it always changes. I mean, Tunnel of Love recently has been like a big one I've been playing a lot. I remember not really liking it when I was younger, and people being like, "You really gotta like understand heartbreak and everything," because he wrote that like in the wake of his divorce and all this stuff. And then you put it on after you've like you're like, "This is fucking beautiful, brilliant disguise," and all these incredible songs. It's really beautiful album.
Has his like attitude and the way he like handles his fans influenced how you handle your own relationship with your own fans?
I don't know. That's a good question. He's definitely very gracious and yeah, I don't know. I just maybe, but yeah, I think we both try to be very like gracious with our time and appreciative of everyone who, you know, makes it possible for us to do this. And yeah, I think it's easier to like support an artist who like understands that connection and like, and kind of that weird relationship you have with these people you may not know really. I mean, that's been definitely the greatest thing I've experienced with all this is doing the live shows. And then, you know, we are always like, we'll hang back and you can come say hi, and talking to people who are just like, it's bizarre. I never thought anyone would say that, but people who are like, you know, the show means so much to me. You guys helped me through a dark time and stuff. You're like, that's so insanely cool. Yeah. And I mean, we did it in London this summer, and just some guy with an accent's telling you like, oh brother, like it's insane. But yeah, so I mean, you just try to be gracious and appreciative of it all.
Yeah, I love that. Did you hear that story about him like going to the movies with a fan or whatever?
I believe so. And then he ends up going back to the guy's house and meeting his parents and stuff.
And he's like, the kid wakes up his parents and they're like,
yeah. Really good.
Was that an urban legend or is that true?
No, it's real.
He told it on like an interview.
Oh, shit.
I know, it's pretty funny. Okay, this is something I find interesting, which is that Springsteen as an artist feels so tied to New Jersey, even though he's, like you mentioned, like a huge star.
Yeah.
What is about it, like him and New Jersey, like what does he embody about New Jersey?
Ooh, well, for me, I mean, it's funny, like, he calls out, you know, there's songs where he's calling out, like, the highways and interstates that were by my house and stuff, so that's just, like, I mean, just it's just physically like tied to New Jersey in the sense that you're like screaming about like Highway 9 and, you know, busting open the road. But I don't know about New Jersey specifically. There's definitely like a lot of like working class elements in New Jersey, and the disappointment, and sometimes like I don't know if this is apocryphal or not, but you know how they call New York the Big Apple.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard that was because of there's a lot of on the Eastern Seaboard. There's a lot of big cities there, right? Philadelphia, Boston, Washington D.C. But they would say that it was called the Big Apple because it was, you know, on if all of it was a tree, New York was the Big Apple, taking all of the nutrients and stuff from the soil and sun and water that other cities did not get, or even yeah, I don't know. In New Jersey, you're kind of in the shadow of this kind of bigness, and he has I don't know. He kind of has like a way of capturing that like shadow and the desire to kind of get out of that, you know, the Thunder Road, which opens up his breakthrough album Born to Run, it ends with the line, it's a town full of losers, we're pulling out of here to win. And it's this like big the fucking horns kick in, and it's that whole that ethos of like, I need to get out of here. I mean, and on Born to Run, the song, it's what's the line? It's a suicide trap, or it's a death trap. It's a suicide rap. We got to get out while we're young. And so there's this kind of like longing to like get out and get more, because you don't want to be stuck in this like shadow. I don't fucking know. I had too much coffee. Did that make sense?
Love
that
it.
makes sense.
Last question: have you been to the Stone Pony?
Of course. Oh my God. Yes, dude. Asbury Park is like, it's got a kind of crazy story. I mean, when I was young, it was like, you don't go to Asbury Park. It was, and Springsteen kind of has an album about it, like My City of Ruins. It was where that's where he came up, the whole music scene. It was this seaside town with like cool art scene, musicians, all this stuff. And it just kind of all went to waste kind of. And somewhere in the 2000s, it must have been like New Yorkers who started buying up, and I think it was people in the gay community started coming down, buying beach homes for cheap, and the town like transformed in front of our eyes. The beachfront is like completely redone, and but yeah, seen so many concerts. The Stone Pony is like iconic, and then there's Wonder Bar, and so it's cool to see the music venues come back to life, and you know, even comedians come through, and so it's wild. Yeah, it was where I grew up. It was like if I just like drove west or east, I would just run into Asbury Park. Like that's how I would get to the shore and stuff. So it's yeah, Asbury Park's great.
That's sick. Well, we'll look out for your show at the Stone Pony.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do a hometown
so
show. Come on.
I love it. All right, Ben, let's talk planes. Have you heard about this new supersonic plane that they're developing to like replace the Concorde? Tell me about it. Are you saving up your miles? Like,
I don't know anything about it
thoughts
other than it's in development, and I'm holding my breath.
I thought it was crazy the way that like they designed it. It's like the shock waves only go up. So
they don't only go up, but
they
instead of a sonic boom, it's more of a sonic thud.
Okay.
I believe is what it was.
It's like a door closing.
It sounds like a door thudding closed. Okay. Yeah. So.
Are you gonna save up some miles to ride this thing when it's available?
They won't let you use miles to fly that, I guarantee. And if they did, I mean, Jesus Christ, it'd be all of them in one poof.
Would you do it though?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. If the price was right, sure.
Okay.
So cheeky.
This is something I've noticed since moving to LA that I've not seen any other city. There's these planes that look like they're flying backwards. So the wings,
especially here on the west side.
What the heck are they?
They're not experimental aircraft, but they kind of are.
It's like the propeller is on the back and the wings are facing the opposite direction.
Yeah, there's a specific name for that. You see them flying out of Santa Monica all the time because it's a smaller airport. I can't remember the name of them, but yeah, they're. I think some of them are like project airplanes, but I believe like home built.
Oh, really?
From a kit kind of thing.
Huh.
But I do think that there is a specific manufacturer that makes them, and you might even be seeing like the same one.
Probably.
Like, it might just be the one guy.
I legitimately thought I was going crazy when I first saw it because
Yeah.
I was like, this thing is flying backwards.
Yeah, they look funny.
I was like, I didn't know if planes could do that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I wish I knew the name. Fuck.
they're crazy looking.
Yeah, they are.
What is it about planes that you love so much?
I just kind of because flying was actually a big fear of mine for a long time, and once I kind of didn't have to embrace it, but the more I learned about it, the more I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fascinating and interesting. And there's just I don't know, for so many mechanical parts to work perfectly in concert for it to be able for a plane to be able to achieve flight is just a miracle to me, and just something that I'm in awe of.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just cool. It's just cool.
Have you ever been able to identify a plane just by like the sound of the engine?
No,
No.
not by the sound of the engine, but I'm pretty damn good at identifying just by looking at them. There's enough identifying marks. Oh, that one's got the 737 has the characteristic flat engine on the bottom, and the 777's got the pinched tail, and the things like that.
Yeah.
Nerd shit.
I love it.
Stupid shit.
What's your favorite and least favorite airline?
Favorite airline? I mean, if I had to go, Emirates, because I flew on it in first class, and that was life-changing. Least favorite would have to be, even though I've never flown it, like Southwest.
Yeah.
Or not Southwest, Spirit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just like the fucking Greyhound bus
Yeah.
of the sky. No, I'll never step
Ryanair.
on it. I actually really like Southwest. Southwest, I've always had good experiences on.
Except when you're flying with a bunch of people and like somebody like doesn't want to like let you sit together. That drives me crazy.
Oh, sure. Yeah, people are always assholes. Domestic, Delta. Delta is the best,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
But which is no secret.
Favorite, least favorite airport?
Favorite airport would have to be
Ooh, I wonder.
JFK. LAX
I
isn't
was
bad,
curious.
actually.
Dude, LAX sucks.
I thought it would be. I remember LAX being way worse.
Well, you know what it is? Just the fucking driving experience. The way they built that horseshoe is like, I don't care what it's like on the inside. It's just like the fucking, it's impossible to get in. And then once you do, it's just start and stop. And then they were like, oh, we heard you guys and you hate the how bad the traffic is, so we changed it so now if you want an Uber or a Lyft, which everyone does because we have no public transportation, you now have to either walk to another fucking parking lot or take this awful bus shuttle. It's just
Yeah.
a nightmare.
You can't call the Uber until you get
Dude,
to the parking lot.
It's just
It drives me crazy.
I cannot stand it.
And my least favorite airport, LaGuardia.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
ugly. It's old. It's fucking. They're updating it
I
now,
was
and
gonna
I
say,
can't wait to
yeah.
see. But
When is that supposed to be done? Do you
I
know?
think in the next year. I
Okay.
want to say it's already. It looks pretty good. But
Yeah.
You know where's
yeah.
a nice airport?
Who?
Fiumicino, Rome. Great airport.
Roma.
Good food.
They got a big Italy up there for some
Oh,
reason. It's
sick.
fucking nuts.
Interesting.
Gotta love Italy.
Good airport.
Oh, and Burbank Airport and Long Beach Airport. Those are really good. They're
Yeah.
small, but they're fucking efficient.
I've never flown into Burbank because we're so close to
It's
that
great.
Oh
place,
yeah,
but-
if you're an East Sider,
Yeah.
the Burbank flying is a luxury.
Crucial.
Money.
Oh, it's so nice.
Do you have a favorite airplane?
Yeah, 777.
Is that the huge giant
It's
one?
the biggest two-engine airplane.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
just fucking awesome.
2 layers or 3 layers?
No,
of-
it's just one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the A380 is two.
Okay.
But yeah, the 777, the Boeing 777 is fucking
What?
awesome.
Yeah. What makes a good airplane in your mind? Like
Smooth, big,
cushy,
Smooth,
like a Rolls
big.
Royce.
kind of. Yeah, it's just huge, man. I don't think people appreciate the true size of a 777 for having only 2 engines. It's like it's right up there with those other ones.
Yeah.
I just love the sheer size of it. I also like the C-5 Galaxy, which is a military airplane, also because it's fucking massive.
Is it like a cargo plane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. Would you? Oh man, I've always been curious. If like you probably haven't because it's like a military thing. But people who can like in the military, they get free flights on the cargo planes. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, my
No.
dad was just my dad was in the army for 20 years, and he was just talking about how I don't know if it's still like that, but he got in. What did he? Something happened to his uniform, and at least at that time, you had to fly in your uniform, and they had to sneak him on and pretend he was a I don't know, some kind of diplomat or something
Huh.
to
But yeah,
so he could still take the flight.
I'd never heard of that.
yeah. I think if you're in the military, like as long as they're already flying, if there's room, you can like fly in like a cargo
You
plane.
can just
like
hitch
that.
a ride.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. I was like, it'd be sick. But maybe you need to make some military friends. So you can
Maybe I need to join the damn military.
enlist. Window or aisle seat, or are you a freak who likes
I
the middle?
used to be window, and then because I like to stay hydrated, and I'm a frequent urinator. Aisle.
Honestly, good move.
Yeah,
the plane drives you out.
I'd rather just be able to get up and go as I please.
Do you think that you could land a plane if you needed to?
100%.
Really?
Yes.
No
Have
way.
you done like
I
flight
fully
simulators?
think that I could land. I've played a couple games. I could land a plane.
Would like any plane? You think?
As long as it's
No,
American.
not-
yeah.
not-
With a yoke, not the joystick, not an Airbus, but a Boeing, I could 100% land.
Would you volunteer if they're like?
Yes.
The
If
plane
they were
is
like,
going
we have
down."
nobody on here, with no experience, someone's just got to like
Try.
try. I'd be like, I think I can do it. I mean, I would still have to be talked through it,
Yeah,
obviously.
sure.
But I would feel comfortable enough, like, okay, yeah, I understand the principles of what's at work here with, flaps and all that shit.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, I would trust you.
I thank you.
Yeah.
I would trust me too, because you gotta. Otherwise, we're all dead.
Yeah. You gotta
Might
have
as well trust
confidence.
me.
Absolutely. Do you think the pilots listen to music while they're flying, or like podcasts?
Yes, when they're on autopilot, I'm sure. No, actually, I don't think that they're allowed to, because they've always got to be monitoring the radio and whatnot.
But you gotta be sneaking them in there somehow, right?
Maybe they got one earbud in or something.
Yeah.
But I would hope that they're not. Don't fuck around with people's lives.
All right, this is an unrelated question, but Ben, can you give us an OG ad read for Charlie's Coffee Co.? The Vine ad read that you used to do?
Oh my God. How did I do that?
It's like this Vine is brought to you by,
Charlie's Coffee Company, and then you
and then you come up with something.
This podcast is brought to you by Charlie's Coffee Company. Charlie's, the only bag with the cat on the back.
Cat on the box.
That's not even a cat, is it?
It's a dog.
Oh.
Close enough. Amazing. All right, last
Shit.
coffee. Last coffee. This is Ethiopia. This is going to be the lightest, I think, of kind of all of the ones we've tried today. This is from a coffee roaster called Heart out of Portland, Oregon. So, Emil, if you don't like this one...
Oops, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Don't
I'm
worry
getting
about
it everywhere.
That's all good. We'll just, throw the table out afterwards.
Great.
So this next set of questions, I know we are way over on time, so we'll go quickly through these.
Tiny beans.
Yeah.
No, see, that one's no good. The only one I liked is Charlie's Coffee. That's good stuff.
Charlie's, good stuff.
Charlie's is good stuff.
All right, Ben, what are you getting from this bad boy?
It's bold and very, very smooth.
All right, so this next set of questions, I want to talk about the new show and kind of future plans.
Okay.
So I know, obviously, it's probably a big shift coming from kind of like a network to doing it solo. What have you guys found to be like the biggest challenges of doing it on your own, and then what have been like the biggest benefits?
Definitely the technical stuff.
Oh,
Technical
yes.
challenges are abundant and frequent.
We just are not experienced in that, and so it's really trial by fire on everything.
But it's also nice to be very hands-on, and I feel like you realize just how good you had it, but also I prefer it this way. I like to be hands-on because then I feel like I have more of a grasp. I feel like I have my finger on the pulse more.
Yeah.
And I understand more what the audience likes, what they're responding to, what isn't working. It gives us an idea into creative direction, that kind of thing. Whereas before it's just like, oh wow, we don't have to fuck with anything. We just have to come up with stuff, which is freeing in itself.
Yeah.
But I like being a lot more hands-on with it.
Did it make you guys like rethink the show at all when you decided to go do Patreon?
A little bit.
I think we're kind of having that moment now where, for better or worse, we decided to not go off the air when the original show ended. And I think that was we're probably going to talk about that a little more of just like, we were making decisions very quickly. And I think we're at like 25 episodes and we're able to step back a little bit and be like, maybe there are things we would have done differently. So we're gonna see about that a little bit, but yeah, it was all very quick and a bit I don't know. But we like being on the air. We want to keep it that way, so we kind of had to make some concessions a little bit and that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Totally. All right, so I got to see you guys both live, obviously, in LA a few months ago. Super fun. Great show.
Thank you.
What made you guys want to do live shows?
Oh, I mean, I think that's the like, you know.
It was the next natural step.
But it's the best part, honestly, is like we do the show and like you're like, I hope that was funny or whatever, and then the best you get is like some comments and stuff, which is great. We love seeing sweet comments, but you can't beat just immediate reaction and feedback, and that's so fun when we're just like in the fucking cut on stage, like feeling it, and people are laughing. It's so much fun when you can just like, I mean, and we've gotten to do some big rooms now, the Lodge Room and the Bell House and this really cool theater in London, Leicester Square, and it's just so fun with like hundreds of people just kind of like laughing at our dumb jokes and stuff. I mean, it's such a thrill.
Yeah. What did you guys have any goals, like when you decided to do a live show? You're like, we really want to do X, Y, and Z, or we really want to accomplish whatever?
It was just kind of like, let's just get out there and start doing it and see what works and what doesn't, and build from there.
It's very like with each one, we're kind of like, ooh, that really worked and felt good. Like, let's do more of that. Like, maybe this didn't work so much. Like, and it's fun. We're both like willing to fucking try some things that are a little bit like, okay, that way. So it's great. But yeah, you get that feedback immediately. You're like, oh, people are pulling back from that, which is very different. Like when you're just putting it on the internet, you can't like there's a comment, you're like, but that's just one guy, I don't know how much. But like when you're live, you're like, oh, I can feel it right away, I lost them. Like, and so it's just it's a different thing. It's so fun.
How was your experience like doing stand-up compared to like this sort of like combined live show? I feel like there's probably a lot that translates, but yeah, it's just also such a different thing. Our live shows are much looser too, where it's like with stand-up, if you know, it's very much jokes I've written and stuff, and like it's with some deviations, it's usually going to go about the way it was written. The live show, there are some like loose planning thing, but a lot of it is like, you know, if it's feeling good going this way, let's just keep going that way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ben, how is creating a musical for the live show?
Very, very fun and very, very stressful and annoying, because every single time I've done it live, which is all of like 2 or 3 times, there's been a technical glitch. And then people telling me that they couldn't understand what I was saying, and also just realizing like, okay, this is too much. But it was fun. You know, that's part of the experimenting is, all right, let's see if this works. And some people liked it, and yeah.
As an audience member, we could definitely hear it, and I was in the back, so yeah, it could totally hear you. But honestly, the track messing up like kind of made it better.
That's what everybody said. Is like, yeah,
it seemed
you
like
fucking
it was
up, which is great, I guess.
Yeah, it was really good.
Shit.
I loved it. Ben, what happened to the shout outs on the new show? I haven't heard a shout out.
Oh yeah, I haven't shouted out anybody. Wow. Huh. I don't know. Stay tuned.
TBD.
Watch this space. Yeah.
Amazing. Favorite guest that you've had on the show?
Kyla.
Yeah, Kyla's so great.
Kyla Scanlon.
She's so fun. Yeah.
Totally. Not Graham.
Honestly, the most fun one for me was Vlad by far. I mean, that was just like
chaos.
And just like just crazy, so fun. I can't believe he wanted to come on, and like we were completely honest and upfront about what we were gonna do, and not him, but his like PR people were like, yeah, okay, we'll do it. And I was like, okay. That's crazy.
That's awesome. Do you have a dream guest for the show?
Oh boy. Not really. Elon would be crazy, but like
Elon Musk would have to be a
so I guess
dream
sure,
guest. Yeah. And in the sense that I would just want to pick apart his decisions and call him out on some bullshit, and because maybe he's got a reason for lying and bullshitting the way that he does, and I would like to just ask him point blank. I'd also like to ask him for money, like, hey man, give me $1 million. I'm serious.
Yeah, he might do
not
it.
that liquid
I
right
could
now.
see him doing that.
Yeah.
Just say like, hey, I challenge you to. I bet you can't give me $1 million. I bet you can't.
That'd be sick.
That's actually a good way to ask for it. Just like, I bet
From
you won't.
him too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he'd probably be like, well, fuck you. I'll give you. We'll see.
GFY.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Who else would be a dream guest?
Sir Patrick Stewart.
No, yeah.
No. I've had too much
The
coffee.
fuck?
Ian-
What sucks is when I've had too much coffee, I yawn a lot, and I already felt it. The caffeine makes me simultaneously sleepy and alert. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
That's like I've heard that from a lot of people with ADHD. Is like a coffee thing. They get sleepy.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
All signs are pointing to me actually having ADHD. Fuck.
Well, I don't know if you do, but
Maybe
that's just
I
what
do.
I've heard.
I've
from
heard that
people.
as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, never know. All right. Last question. Well, actually, there's 2 questions. But is there any new things that you're excited about with the new show that you guys have in the works?
A new set.
New set. Also
Looking for one.
figuring out going live again, live streaming stuff. We really
Nice.
want to do that.
Mhm.
That was something that was very fun for us, and we want to get it going. And
Yeah.
we're trying.
We'll be doing that all wrapped up in the new
Yeah,
iteration.
We're
Nice.
trying.
Love it. Last question that we ask everybody. Ben and Emil, what makes you feel most alive?
Oh, great question. You want to go?
No, you go ahead.
Honestly, probably being on stage. It's like the
Mhm.
most fun thing. Whether it's like doing stand up or something with Ben, or it's just like I don't know. Your body just feels completely different in your brain, and
There's no safety net.
it's very fun. And yeah, there's nothing like it. It's just it's the best.
Nice.
Yeah.
What he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. That or like that feeling of catching an international flight at like 9:30 p.m. where just like I got nothing to do except get all cozy on the airplane and like try to sleep, and then you're immediately when you're on the plane you're like, ah, fuck, I can't sleep. And you're uncomfortable. But that feeling of like catching the airplane and you feel like I don't know.
Like got nothing but time.
It just feels like you're on the edge of the world kind of thing,
Mm.
and like you're about to just go off into the unknown. I like that feeling a lot, and that makes me feel alive. I like
Excellent. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Anything you want to plug?
that. I guess just our shit.
Yeah.
Just fucking our shit. We just want to plug our individual shits.
YouTube.com/PayPigsPod for right now.
For right now.
Well,
we
I
got a
think
lot
it's
of stuff coming.
YouTube.com/@PayPigsPod.
Yeah,
which
something
is
like that.
fucking annoying.
You can find us on socials
Yeah.
at EMILDEROSA. That's both of our socials. So if
Mhm.
you are interested in following either of us, just go to that one.
Yeah, just go to that one. You'll find what you're looking for there.
Amazing.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
They're watching it. This
I
is
know,
the
I'm
show.
kidding.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much. Huge fan. Love the show. Love all the laughs you guys have given me. And
Thanks for having us,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah.
Good,
Appreciate you guys
good
taking the
hosting.
time.
Good hosting.
Yeah, you're a great host.
hosting.
Gracious host. We loved it.
Amazing. Well, let's get you guys to dinner.
Yes.
Salute.
It's a pay pig salute.
Thanks, everyone.